Take two. Yep, I recorded this and I went on for about 15 minutes and I pressed the stop button. Only I didn't press the stop button, I pressed the record button. So the whole thing that I'd done, I wasn't recording, which is really clever. Before I start, I need to apologise for, I'm just back a run, so I've got some sweaty stuff on. But fortunately they don't have the technology yet that you can smell people in videos, which is probably just as well. This video thing, it's not a video response, it's just my thoughts on something. I was doing a mashup today, and one thing that came to mind was PC gaming over console gaming. Now, when I first started, the progression for me on different platforms started with a Texas T1994A. I got a Commodore 64, I moved up to an Atari ST, I got a Commodore Amiga, and then I think 1994, something like that, I got my first PC. It was a super powerful Pentium 60, and it cost me something like £1,300. Now, the progression for me, the 8-bit machines, you know, they were basic graphics, very, very blocky sprites. They had 4 colours, 8 colours if you were lucky, and then when you graduated up to the 16-bit machines, they obviously had higher res graphics. The graphics were more defined. You even had, like, you know, some sort of basic 3D, and also a lot more colours as well. And then moving from that eventually up to, in fact I got, tell a lie, in between the Amiga and the PC I got a Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, and then eventually moved up to the PC. So yeah, the PC was really, it was the pinnacle of gaming. I mean, you know, 4 or 5 years before I was playing, you know, Mamemeister. Then a few years later I was playing Shadow of the Beast, and then a couple of years later I was playing Doom. Now to compare Doom, in fact you can't compare Doom with Mamemeister, two completely different games, but the technology and what each game's achieving, especially Doom, is just phenomenal. You know, a completely immersive 3D world, you know, stereo sound, etc. It was just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, PC gaming for me was the pinnacle of gaming. You know, you couldn't get any better than PC games. But that all changed for me. I mean, I played PC. I was a PC gamer from, I says, '94 right through to, when would it be? When the Xbox 360 first came out. Now, about 2 years before I got myself, I've got a mate who constantly keeps his PC up to date. You know, he spends inordinate amounts of money on different bits of hardware. I was up at his house one day and he was showing me some games, and you know, they just absolutely blew what I was playing out the water. And I said to him, what kind of graphics card do I need to run that? Was that a Radeon 9700, I think it was. So anyway, he told me this graphics card to get that he had, and it was about £154. I don't know, you know what, it's stuck in my head, £154. But when I went online to order it, I decided to go for the slightly more, I think I went for the professional one, which is over £200. So I bought this graphics card, put it in the PC, and suddenly the world just opened up. I was able to play all these games, you know, full res. Back then it'd be 1024 by 768, all in the highest settings, best sound, best, you know, detail, shadows, whatever the hell it was, you know, everything was turned up to max, and it was astonishing, absolutely astonishing. Then it was probably 6 months later, I happened to be reading, I got a PC magazine, and they were talking about, or I think or was it on the internet, I don't remember, somebody was asking the question, I'm looking for a graphics card, blah 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 blah, and the reply was, you could get this decent budget card, and the budget card, which was about 60 quid, was a Radeon 9700, And I thought, wait a minute, 6 months ago I paid £200 for this, and now it's selling for £60, and it's now classed as a budget card. Now, it wasn't long before I realised that my cutting edge graphics card was no longer capable of playing games. Yeah, it would play games, but with everything turned down low. So I was getting only half the experience. And at that point I thought, you know what, enough's enough. At that point I got my Xbox 360, and I've never returned to PCs. One thing that does annoy me slightly is there does seem to be a bit of an elitist kind of opinions or elitist attitude from certain PC people. I mean, I have a couple of mates. One of my mates, he plays a lot of online games, and you know, he's into his whatever the hell it is, Call of Duty and Battlefield and all this nonsense. He looks down his nose at consoles, and he refers to them as toys, which is just utter nonsense. You know, consoles can do just as well as a PC. Yep, it might not look as shiny as a PC is, but you know, for a fraction of the price. I've another mate who, you know, now it has to be said, he had just upgraded his graphics card. He put a sort of £300 graphics card in this thing recently, and he came to my house with it to let me see it, and he was running, again, it was Call of Duty or something on my 42-inch widescreen TV, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I don't mind admitting, it just blew me away. The graphics were incredible, super detailed. It's like real life. Now, I said to him, when I got my PS4, I said to him, do you want to come through and have a shot in the PS4? And his reply basically was, why would I want to come through and look at 5-year-old technology? He says the technology that they're using in these cutting edge consoles is 5 years old in PC terms. So he wasn't really he didn't want to come through and see it, because as far as he was concerned, it was old fashioned what I was playing. Ironically, he has now, and he kind of dismisses them, you know, as old technology. Ironically, that very friend has now picked up a PS4 and Xbox One as well as his PC. So there you go. What does that tell you? Now, one thing that slightly off topic. I was up at a mate's house last week, and we were just messing about with some of his consoles, and we put on the original Xbox, and we put on Black, which was one of the last, was it a Climax game? Can't remember exactly. It was one of the last games, if not the last game, to come out for the Xbox. And I don't mind admitting, if he had told me that was running on an Xbox 360, I would have probably believed him. Bar some of the sort of the you know, the landscape textures looked slightly blurry. You'd have been hard pushed to not know that was a 360 game. This is the thing for me. I think maybe because I've been into the computer thing since day one, you know, since the ZX81, the Atari 2600. Graphics to me, it doesn't bother me. I can enjoy a game just as much with shit graphics as I can with a current console. Now, when I was playing the Xbox, I mean, I've obviously now got, I've now got the PlayStation 4, I've got the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. If these companies had never released the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 3, and we were still playing, and the current gen was PlayStation 2 and Xbox, me personally, I'd have been quite happy with that, because I still look at games and go, whoa, that's really impressive, that looks really good. So yeah, I could have still quite happily gone on buying games and playing games on the original 32-bit consoles. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you know, when I got the 360, I look at the graphics in that, and you know, incredible. I mean, how these guys even begin to program them, I have no idea. And then I said, I've got the PlayStation 4, I've only got one game, Killzone, whatever the hell it's called. Killzone, what's that? Shadowfall, there you go, Shadowfall. Yeah, the graphics are unbelievable. Although a PC owner would tell you that they're outdated and shite. one thing that kind of slightly pissed me off was I was up in not Clydesdale, my god, I'm showing my age. Clydesdale used to be called, it's Dixons. They used to be called Clydesdale in Scotland, I think. Dixons, or who are now part of PC World, or is it the other way around, PC World are part of Dixons. I was buying something for the PC, and I was standing at the counter waiting to be served, and to my left there was the tech guys thing where you can take in stuff to get fixed. And I said to the guy, it was just after the PlayStation 4 came out, I said to the guy, so have you got any PlayStation 4s in for stock, or in stock at the moment? And the guy's like, nah, totally sold out. He says, you'll not get any for a couple of weeks. And I says, I take it you got one yourself? And he's like, nah, no interested, mate. He says, they're shite. And I says, what do you mean they're shite? He says, my PC blows it out of the water. And I says, what do you mean? He says, you know, the graphics on my PC are running at, I don't know what it is, 1900 by 1700 resolution, quad core, blah blah blah. He says that the PS4 is running at whatever it is, I don't know, 1200 or something. He says it's fucking crap. And I says, well, the thing is, I says it's the PS4. I says you're not going to constantly upgrade it. And the guy's like, oh, well, fair comment, you know. And I came away thinking, you know, that's quite a, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not making this video to step on toes, but I just thought, stupid attitude to have. But there does seem to be this kind of elitist attitude, sort of looking down their nose at consoles by certain PC owners. As my mate, who's got the cutting edge PC, he has now gone and bought a PS4 and Xbox One. So there you go. He's always appreciated that there's good games. So yeah, you know, I mean, I know there's guys. I mean, Monkey Spies 5000, for example. He has got, I think he recently put some stonkingly powerful graphics card in his PC. He has got an amazing rig, one of these water cooled doohickeys, and it will run everything in full. But he doesn't really play games on it, and he enjoys. I mean, he's a gamer. He's an actual gamer. He enjoys playing games on the Spectrum. He enjoys playing games on the Amiga, on the SNES, whatever, you know. And he also enjoys playing games on the PC. So he enjoys games because it's a good game, got nothing to do with the graphics. And that's basically where I come from. I mean, I says my PC now, I says I stopped upgrading it after the Radeon 9 700 fiasco. I use my PC for internet, making videos, obviously, buying stuff on eBay. That's about it. You know, emulators, I use it for emulation, but I couldn't tell you the last time I played an actual PC game. And unless I won the lottery. I mean, I was at, where was I? I was at the Gadget Show 2 years ago, and there was a PC at £5,000. I couldn't believe that you could get a PC that's for £5,000, and like it's like the graphics card was like, I don't know, £600, and God knows I had stupid amounts of memory. But anyway, yeah. Unless I won the lottery, I certainly won't ever go back to PC gaming. Unless it says, you know, I don't know, I had infinite amounts of money. But you know, I'm quite happy making do with my 5-year-old technology. Thank you very much. I mean, when you think about it, the Xbox 360, if you were to compare probably the technology that's running that, is probably, I don't know, well, the Xbox itself is, it must be, yeah, it's over 10 years old. It's probably 10, 11, 12 years old now. And I can still put in games. I mean, there you are, Grand Theft Auto 5. My God, what a game. And it's running on 12-year-old technology. Now, I would love to see a new game come out now and run as well as that game runs on a 12-year-old PC. It just won't happen, I'll guarantee that. You know, so yeah, by all means, if you want your 1900 by whatever the hell it is with super realistic graphics, and you're quite happy to pay all this money to keep the thing upgraded, then by all means be my guest. But I'm not prepared to do that. You know, I'll quite happily sit and play a game in the Spectrum, I'll play a game on whatever. You know, a good game to me is a good game regardless of platform, graphics, whatever. It's all down to playability. So anyway, yeah, I'd be interested to hear other people's opinions on this. PC gaming, excuse me, PC gaming versus console gaming. What are your thoughts? Do you do both? If not, why not? Let me hear your thoughts, guys, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you like it, then please hit the like button, and if you want to hear more shite from my good self, then maybe consider subscribing. And as usual, chaps, thanks for watching.